guys, so the afternoon show is right here in Kumasi. It's the Silver Jubilee celebrations of His Royal Highness Otumfuo Osei right here in the Ashanti region. And so we're here to observe the celebration. But even ahead of that, we're here at the Manhyia Palace Museum, as you can see behind me. So we're about to take a tour of the place, get to know a bit of history. You know, this is one of the biggest tourist attraction sites in the Ashanti region, and a lot of tourists troop in when they are in the Ashanti region. And so the afternoon show, we're here to get all that history, that background, and all of that. So come with me. Here, Justice Brobe, who's the curator of this Manhyia Palace Museum. It's been renovated, and so we'll be getting into the pieces we have here. But first of all, Justice, what's the significance of the Manhyia Palace Museum?
Yeah, much have heard of Manhyia or Asante people. And we needed a place where, when one comes here, we can hear, listen, see a whole lot. So it is on the basis of this that in the year 1995, that Asante man set up this museum in honor of the late King Otumfuo II on his 25 years on the throne. Okay. Yeah. Well,
I think that the pictures will do the talking, but I want you to run us through the pictures so that we get to see them and what they mean.
Yeah, so before we talk to you about the pictures, let me talk to you about some of the stuff that we have here. Now, when one comes to Manhyia Palace Museum, first of all, the person watches a documentary for 12 minutes. And after that, he's taken through the drums. We have the talking drums. The talking drum means of communication. Those years, no telephones, no radio, yet they had to communicate. So these were devised to convey messages of the king to the people.
So were these used as in years ago, centuries ago?
Just restored them. Like 1888, that these were introduced or were used. So the talking drums, they also have the palanquin. Tomorrow, the king will ride in the palanquin, means of transport. Those times, there were no cars, no airplane, yet the king had to travel. So Asante devised this. We have a special cloth used to decorate it. The king sit in, the legs stretched, and 4 strong men will carry the king on their shoulders. So tomorrow, if you happen to be around, that is the exact palanquin the king will sit in.
This same palanquin?
This same palanquin that the king will sit in tomorrow. So apart from this one for the king, you see, when the king is in it, he is carried by 4 strong men. 2 in front, 2 at the back. They will carry the king on their shoulders. With the help of this part, this one is dried plantain leaves. Placed here, and they will convey the king. See these 2 long poles?
They put it on it?
Pull it on these loops. And they will carry the king on their shoulders. So tomorrow you will see it on the television. And also apart from the one for the king, we also have this one for the Asante man. We call it Seku. Seku. So the Asante man will sit on the chair. Then 4 strong men will carry the Asante man, this time on the head.
Oh, so why is it that the king is carried on the shoulders and then the queen mother is carried on the head?
You are right. What happens is that our queens or our women don't go to war. Only the king. So the king is carried on the shoulder to the war front so that he can lead his people and fight. But Asante Hema, being the perpetrators of, or the perpetrator of the family, he always stays at home to protect the family, the children, the vulnerable, so that whilst the men were on the battleground, they will be at home, protecting
taking care of the
family and the rest. So that we always say that if the men go to the battleground and die, the women are there to continue the family, to perpetuate the family. Or else, if everybody goes to and they dies, what happens? That is it. So that is the palanquin and the drums, means of communication. Yeah. So where we are about to enter, this house is the palace of Asante kings. It was built by the British colonial government in the year 19 1925 by the British colonial government as a compensation to Asante king who had been in exile for 28 years. Nana Prempeh I was arrested by the British in the year 1886. First, he was sent to Eliminate Castle. Second, Sierra Leone. Then finally to Seychelles for almost 28 years. So when he was brought back in the year 1924, they gave this house to him as a compensation. But Asante refused it, paid the full cost of the house before the king moved in. Because the fear was that the British could come back one day to claim ownership. Yes. To avoid that, Asante contributed and paid the full cost of it.
So now it belongs to the kingdom.
You're right.
Okay, so now let's go inside.
Yes, so right now, this house was used as the residence and administration.
Okay.
So the upstairs for their residence, downstairs administration. So the first room about to enter was used by the late kings as their administrative office.
Okay.
So let's enter the office of the late kings.
And everything here is as it was from day one.
Yes, apart from the flags, but everything here, the desks, the chair, and the library that you see. So you see the old telephones used by our kings. So that was it. Yes. Then we have the flag of Asante. As a nation, Asante have their own flag. The colors are yellow, black, and green. The yellow represents their money, rich in gold.
Okay.
Rich in gold. The black, the strength of the people, the green, the fertility of the land.
Okay.
So when you add the three colors together, we say the rich black man in the forest.
The rich black man in the forest.
In our dialect, we say Osikeni bibinia otinekwayim.
Okay, Osikeni bibinia otinekwayim.
Good.
Interesting.
So that is the meaning of Asante's flag.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we also have the bronze head of the 14th king. I will soon tell you more about the king at appropriate time.
Okay.
But before we move to the next room, let me talk about this map on the wall.
Okay.
This map is the ancient map of Asante. And this map, if you compare it to today's map, Ghana's map, it is bigger than today's Ghana's map. It tells you that Asante was bigger, larger than today's Ghana. It travels to parts of Côte d'Ivoire, Togo, Burkina Faso.
So what happened?
What happened? Yes, that was before the colonization.
Okay.
That was before Gold Coast. So, Ghana is only 67 years. Asante is almost 400 years. So that was the extent of Asante Empire before Ghana was born. But today, we have Asante Kingdom only in Ghana, but not only in Ashanti. You see, there's a difference between Ashanti and Asante.
What's the difference?
Ashanti is one of the regions in Ghana. Ghana has 16 regions.
Yes.
Ashanti is one of them. But the kingdom of Asante travels beyond Ashanti region.
Okay.
It travels to 4 other regions. Part of Oti region, Ahafo region, Brun East, Brun West, and of course some aspect of Eastern region, that's Koforidua.
Yes.
Koforidua was founded by the people of Dwabi.
Yes.
So together make up Asante Kingdom. So we address Asante Hene instead of Ashanti Hene.
Because a lot of people make a mistake and they say Ashanti Hene. Okay, so then it's Asante Hene. Okay.
Good. Asante King.
That's
good.
Great. Okay,
good.
so
we move to this house, this room. This room was the first living room our kings used to entertain visitors.
Okay.
Those who were not seen as the VIPs. We have the furniture. We have the first television to Asante Nation, 1965. At that time, you book an appointment before you watch a television because it was not common. So that was what,
it's been kept really well. How do you keep all of these artifacts and make sure that you still maintain the quality after all these years?
Yes, because as a museum professionals, we have a way of preserving these items. So it's there. The document is there. Anytime the need arises, then we work it out.
Yes.
That's why we still steal this one. And the ceiling fan still works. 1925. it makes some strange noise,
but it still works.
So I want you to come and operate it. You just turn it on for us.
From 1925.
Yes, 1925.
So how do I turn it on? I just
push it, upward. Push it, push it, push it, push it. Good. Leave it.
This noise is pardonable.
Yeah, pardonable.
Yes,
so
it's pardonable.
Yeah, so I can turn it off.
For centuries, I mean, this is pardonable.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good.
Whew, interesting.
Yeah. So let's move straight to this place. Yes.
Wow.
Straight to this place. So we have the 14th king of Asante, Otumfuo Se Osei Ajima Prempe II. He was the 14th king who lived here for 39 years. He was 39 years when he was installed and ruled for another 39 years.
Wow.
And we have his sister, Nana Amasewa Nyakon, the 12th queen of Asante, from 1945 to 1977.
Wow.
Yeah, so good.
But these figures look very real.
You are right.
From a distance until you come close, they look really, I mean, real. How were they made? I mean, getting them this apt.
Yes. So these are the life-size effigies of them.
Okay.
And they are not domestically made. They are made from UK.
Okay.
And they are not clay. It is wax.
Oh.
Wax. So when you go to UK, there's a place we call them at to sort.
Yes.
So so you see, So that is, Okay.
Wow.
So that is the place. Now I want to show you something. You see, this was the place the kings used to entertain dignitaries. When they came here, they were served with wine, champagne, whiskey. Let me show you something.
Do we still have some here?
Yes, let me show you some crystals that our kings used to serve them.
Wow. How many years ago?
So this one is in the 1940s.
1940s. I mean, every single glass here is from the 1940s.
Yeah, right.
None of them broke.
Yeah. Yes. So that is, you know something about this one. This one, when you come here, you'll be asked to pick your own glass.
Okay.
Now, mind you, the glass you pick determine the drink the king offered. If you pick the big one, water was offered.
Okay.
But small ones, you enjoy your champagne, your whiskey.
Wow.
So don't be greedy.
But this is very beautiful because I mean, having to keep all these glasses and even how it opens and closes. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Meaning that the royalty, I mean, no matter at what point you come here, you can still feel it. And even after so many years, it still oozes that royalty.
Yes. Then here was the dining room.
Okay.
Here was the dining room. And the dining room, you know what goes on at the dining room?
Yes.
So this one is the table and chairs, and I want to talk about this object. This is a family bowl, Ebusuanyiwa.
Yes.
So, in the olden days, Asante built their houses in such a way that each house could accommodate between 2, 3, 4 families.
Okay.
We call it a compound house.
Yes.
So during the evening's food, all the men in the same house will eat from a common bowl like this one.
Yes.
All our wives will eat from a common bowl like this one. And the children too will eat from a common bowl. And the concept was, I am because we are.
Yes.
And since we are, therefore I am. So that was a beautiful way of living together in those times. Apart from this object, we have this fridge.
Fridge?
74 years this year. It still works. We have never changed the motor. We've never filled the gas. As it was in 1950, so it is today.
Justice, what are you saying?
I'm telling you, this fridge is 74 years this year.
You haven't changed the motor?
We haven't changed the motor since then. We haven't filled the gas.
How is that possible?
That one, I have to ask the manufacturers.
And it's working. There's ice in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is very interesting, Because I mean, in this day and age, you buy a fridge and in a year
right.
you have to change the motor.
You're
But
right.
to have this 74 years, it's way older than I am.
Yes, yes, and it's as old as Otumfo said to the
Exactly.
Otumfo is 74 years.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is the fridge for you.
This is iconic. Very, very, very iconic. And I'm sure our viewers are intrigued as well because I didn't know about all of this, and until you come to the Manhyia Palace
Museum.
some of these interesting details you never get to know.
Yes, and I want to show you also Nana Prempeh the First. You know, I told you he remained in Seychelles for almost 28 years.
Yes.
So when he was coming back, he brought these teacups and other things and a teapot.
Okay.
So, and you know, tea, I always tell people tea and coffee were not part of our menu. Our menu continues to be fufu in the morning.
And
fufu in the
pete and
afternoon.
all of that.
Good. So, and whenever you hear us fasting, Asante is fasting. What it means that every food is permitted with the exception of fufu. We are fasting. That's our concept of fasting. So you can eat your rice.
So when you're eating rice, you are fasting?
You are fasting. With that fufu, you are fasting. So these are some of the cups. And it's branded.
Okay.
It's branded. You see this one, Otumfo Ajima Prempeh.
Oh, so he branded it as at that time?
At that time. Otumfo Ajima Prempeh. So it tells you Asante, Asante civilization started a long time before even Ghana was born.
Wow.
Yes. So that is for now. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
So I will take you to where the return artifacts.
Okay.
Pure gold. I will take you there. Then we also talk about that one.
Excellent.
Yeah. So the pure gold artifacts, the 1874 war. We call it Ganat Wasri War. During the time of Nana Kofi Kakari, it was during that time that the Asante was invaded. The entire city Kumasi was set ablaze. The palace of Asante was set ablaze, and they looted our gold.
Yes.
So these are some of them that were looted. But thanks be to our king.
I think recently, yes, it was in the news. Yes.
Otumfo said it to the second when he attended the coronation of King Charles. He met the leadership of the British Museum, and they agreed to return some of them. So that is what we see. Wow. So this is just few of them. We have others at the next room.
The quality is still,
yes.
I mean, as refined as,
yeah.
I mean, oh wow.
Yes, so that is gold, that is silver.
Pure silver.
Pure silver. And that is, I don't know whether you heard of Impomponcio sword. Impomponcio sword. So Impomponcio sword is the sword that they used to swear the oath of office. Every Asante king uses this one.
This particular one?
Yes, this particular one. And every Manhyia or the paramount chief also uses this one to swear the oath of office. But this one was taken. But new one was made.
Okay.
So that is a Impomponcio sword.
Okay.
And that is the Krobonche.
Okay.
The hat that the king wears to make him Asante Hene. So that is also another Denchem hat.
This particular one, what are some of the meanings of the, I see a lot of artifacts sort of on it.
Yeah, there's artifacts, you see. The one, we have this one, there is a sharp knife pierced through, is it this one? It telling you something. Everything, this one is the ram's horn. Okay. Yes, the signifies the strength of Asante Hene. Okay. And the one with the rod piercing through the mouth. Whenever somebody committed a treason, high sin, like and in order to prevent a person from appealing to the king direct, maybe swearing the oath of the king, they did this one to you to stop you from appealing to the king. You don't have the audacity, you don't have the authority to swear the oath of Asante Hene. So these are some of the things that were taken to
all
UK.
Of this is real gold.
Gold. They are all pure gold. I've seen it. I work with them. Okay. The staff of the British Museum came and worked together. I've seen it. Apart from this one, there's also another one from the Fowler Museum in the USA. There was this man who was a businessman in the UK. So he was collecting these items. So before he died, he willed all his collectibles to the Los Angeles, California, the Fowler Museum. And when the items were presented to them, they realized that these items trace their origin from Asante. And they said, we can't keep this one here. So we are returning them. So for these ones, they are for good. This one for good, but these ones are for loans. For a period, and we shall renegotiate.
And then maybe in the future.
In the future, it stays here. Yeah, they stay here permanently. So that is the return items. You see, sometimes people think those in the old, they never knew anything. But let me tell you, if you look at the ingenuity, the creativity of these people, it tells you that they had no formal education, nothing, yet they were able to create this one.
I think we've only improved upon it, but you can still see some of the things we're doing now. You can see traces of it in there, and some even look the same. I mean.
So that challenges us. That what are we also doing?
Yes.
As this generation, what are we also doing? If these people could make this, it was a challenge to all of us that we must also do more.
Definitely.
So let me also talk about this one. These are one of the looted items.
That was also returned?
Yes, returned. That is Nana Kofi Kakare's, whose time they invaded Asante. Nana Kofi Kakare's chair. So that's Nana Kofi Kakare, the 10th king of Asante. It was looted and it's now brought back. So that is, and maybe we will end. We will take few of the.
Okay, we still have some wax figures here.
Wax. So that is Nana Prempeh the first, who was arrested and taken to Seychelles for 28 years. Wow. He was only 18 years in the year 1888. By 26 years in 1896, he was arrested, taken to Seychelles for 28 years through Elimina Castle, Sierra Leone, then to Seychelles for 28 years. He came back in 1924. They gave this house to him as a compensation.
Yes, I think you mentioned it earlier. So
and this is the mother, Nana Yecha. Nana Yecha. So you see, Nana Yecha. She too was only taken to Seychelles, where she passed on the year 1917. That is the biological mother of Nana Prempeh the first. So that is.
Okay, so we can see his real photo here.
Yes.
This particular one.
Good.
So there's absolutely no difference.
Yeah.
Because it looks the same, the details.
Good.
Excellent.
Good. And behind you, we have a picture when he was captured. The British had wanted to walk him from Kumasi to Cape Coast.
Wow.
But Asante said, no way.
That's quite a distance.
Yeah, quite a distance. So Asante decided that we will carry our king in the palanquin from here to Cape Coast. And about 600 people followed him to Cape Coast.
Wow.
So that is Nana Prempeh the first, in palanquin and an umbrella on him to Seychelles. Yeah, so we have Nanaya Santua, we will hear of Nanaya Santua, who stood the stead of Nana Prempeh the first. When Nana Prempeh the first and the strong men of Asante had been taken to Seychelles, it was this woman, Nanaya Santua, who stood up and said, no way, we will not sit for you to destroy our nation. The British had wanted to seize the gold stool of Asante. You know, the gold stool, the symbolic essence of Asante, the blood, the soul, the spirit of Asante. So Nanaya Santua, seeing that the men were not ready to fight, took the gun and fought the British for almost 9 months.
So is this the same gun?
Yes, this is a replica. This is not the same one, but this one is a live one. It's working. Okay. It's not like a replica that doesn't work. It works. So Nanaya Santua took the gun and he fought the British for almost 9 months. But because the British were using sophisticated weapons, Asante were heavily defeated. But they could not take away the gold stool of Asante. That's why we still have the gold stool of Asante, that tomorrow it will come out. Nana was arrested, taken to Seychelles.
As in the original golden
stool, yeah, tomorrow.
We're going to see it.
Yeah, we are going to see it tomorrow.
Wow.
So that is Nanaya Santua for you. So the museum is open to the public 7 days a week.
Okay.
Monday to Sunday. Anybody is welcome here.
Is it for free?
It's not for free. You just pay a token.
Okay.
And it's the only private museum in Ghana, in West Africa, that the fee that you pay enables us to manage, maintain this place. So we encourage everybody that they come. Next time you come to Kumasi, next time you attend funeral in Kumasi, make sure you apportion a few minutes of your time and visit Manhyia Palace Museum.
Definitely, it's been worth it, and just like myself, I'm sure there are people out there who didn't know all of these details. And
you see the king like this.
I can't. Which people are allowed to meet him?
We have the list.
Oh, okay.
The list.
So what if we want to meet him and greet him?
If your name is on the list, then you have the opportunity. And this is the Batakere Kessie.
Hey.
Yes.
And this, he wears it during special occasions?
Yes, that was the bulletproof dress those times. Wow. So the king is the commander-in-chief. So he will lead the army to war. Okay. So he will protect himself with this dress. But today, it's a ceremonial dress.
Okay.
Only worn by the king twice in his lifetime, during his installment as a king,
okay,
and during the final funeral rites of the late king.
Wow.
That is when the king wears it. Yeah. Then we also have Nana Ama Konedu Yadom the third, the Asante Hema, Otumfuo's sister.
Okay.
You know, the only two surviving children of the late Asante Hema are Nana Hema and Asante Heme. So that's the firstborn and the lastborn.
Mr. Justice, it's been exciting, it's been educative, most importantly, it's been intriguing, and I know there's more to these pictures and the story of Asante Man and how, you know, it came to being and all of that. And I would want our viewers and people out there to come here. I want them to troop in here in their numbers and overwhelm you, so that they get to learn more about our history. Regardless of wherever you are from, I think this is very, very good for us to know, because it stimulates your mind and it gives you a clear idea of how some of these things we've read about, it actually looks like in real life. And also the interesting part is the wax figures we have. They look so real. If you haven't had the honor of meeting His Royal Majesty, and you want to have that experience, well, the wax figures give you that experience. Trust me, it is so real. So real. And so thank you so much, Mr. Justice.
You're welcome.
I love this, and any time I'm in Kumasi, I will pass by and have another tour again, over and over and over again. And then probably there are other things that I can still learn from here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Guys, you're still watching the afternoon show. We're in Kumasi and right here at the Manhyia Museum. Yes, Manhyia Palace Museum. The smile on my face says it all. I love history, and I know you do too. So please, even if you're in Kumasi, you're in Accra, anytime you're coming to the Ashanti region, this is an attraction or tourist attraction site that you should pay critical attention to and spend some time right here and get to see things for yourself. I mean, seeing it on TV is not like seeing it in real life. This is the afternoon show. My name is Anita Ikia Ikufu. We'll bring you more sights and sounds from the 25th anniversary celebration of His Royal Majesty and everything that is happening right here in Kumasi on the afternoon show. I'm going to get ready for the big one tonight. Bye-bye.